welcome to the Notebooks Given. We're your hosts, I'm Aidan.
I'm Chris.
And he's back.
Hello.
So what has it been, like 3 weeks since we've been able to come
Since
together?
I've been here, yes.
Yeah.
We have recorded.
We technically recorded 2 episodes. You guys only got 1, sadly.
You didn't even get it on YouTube. You only got it on Spotify because the video corrupted in the editor.
And then the 13th, and well, it's supposed to be the 13th video.
There was no sound
at all. So it's just like, well. So this is episode 14. If we ever find it, we'll post episode 13 if we're ever able to get it back. But for now,
it's scrapped. It's scrapped.
Yeah,
I've scrapped it.
Yeah, but I still have my on my end, so we'll see.
So do I.
We'll see. But for now, let's get into what the hell happened.
What the fuck happened last night?
So, Monday, December, what was it, 4th?
5th.
5th.
Today's the 6th.
Yeah, so the Canucks versus the Habs at Rogers Arena. Let's go through the beginning to the end, because that was a wild night from start to finish.
I turned it off after the first period.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of people would probably be there with you. So, first period, Canucks, like, for first, what 5 minutes? Canucks dominated.
It was, I think the shot total was like
8-1,
9-1, and then Montreal shoots on their second goal. That was a nice goal that Montreal opened with.
Oh no, like
that was a
goal Caulfield special right there.
That was a 1T.
But I'm talking about, so Montembeault robs. Who was it? Montembeault played out of his mind for the first period.
For the first 2 periods.
And then Cole Caulfield gets his one-timer, and it just sucks the life out of the Canucks.
I was going to say it also sucked the life out of GM Place, but for some reason we let Dirty Hab fans inside the arena.
Literally, it was weird. It was almost worse than when Canucks host Toronto, because it was literally a sea of red.
I'd rather deal with Toronto because...
Well, because you're also a Toronto fan.
Not just that, the jerseys fucking match.
At least it's all blue.
It's all blue and white with a little tinge of green mixed in between. Like, I'm not looking at a sea of red and then spots of blue and white scattered throughout the middle.
Yeah, there's a lot of Habs fans.
It was disgusting.
I don't know. I've never been to like Toronto or Montreal, or been to a Canucks game in either of them.
Wait, you mean in
like say like a Canucks game in Toronto or a Canucks game in Montreal?
That's what I was talking about here. I haven't done that there. No.
I'm kind of curious to see if there it's the same thing but reversed. Like there's a lot of Canucks fans that go to either Toronto or.
I don't think so, because you also need to keep in mind too, like, so those two, because they're original 6 teams. A lot of people here were either a Habs fan
or a Leafs
fan, or even a Bruins fan until Vancouver got a team in 1970.
True.
That was the case for my grandfather. He was, diehard Leafs fan, and he would, he'd still watch, a Canuck game and all that, but like
Leafs were his thing.
Yeah. Then that that carries on.
Yeah. I thought it'll be cool to see like a lot of like Canucks fans either in Bell Center or Scotiabank.
You see a lot, I've noticed, on TV in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Same with Arizona for, obvious reasons.
Yeah, but it's actually quite interesting because like, yeah, that's true. Like on TV, you like for Ottawa when a Canucks are playing, you see a lot of Canucks fans.
Yeah, you do.
And there's a few pages I follow on Instagram who are diehard Canucks fans that go to see them play when they're in Ottawa. Granted, it's like what, 1-2 times a year?
Once a year.
But I mean, hey, we got 2 points against a team that doesn't really matter, and 2 more points against a team that also doesn't matter.
Yay! 3 points. Although I kind of wanted to tank for obvious reasons.
Also, I wouldn't call those 3 points because we literally had to go to overtime against bottom feeder teams.
No, honestly, Oh, one thing I do want to talk about that happened last night. What's your thoughts on the Shen hit on Slavkovsky?
So
Me personally, it's clean.
okay. So it's a Shen hit on Slavkovsky. Slavkovsky passes the puck. His head's down. He's admiring his pass, which first off is a no-no. Shen just rocks his shit. It's shoulder to chest. It's clean.
I agree 100%.
And then he takes exception and Shen just like pulls a Tom Wilson and just throws him to. Shen doesn't even get a punch in. He just chucks him to the ground.
No, he got a couple punches in on him.
No, I from the camera angle, it literally just looked like Shen just went like goodbye.
No, like he actually Shen was ragdolling him. Shen did ragdoll him, but he actually got like in the start of the fight, he actually landed like 3 solid hits and then ragdolled his ass down to the ice.
Yeah, dude, I love Shen.
I love Shen, Daddy.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind getting a Shen and jersey.
Dude, not right.
Number 2, Shen. Yes, please.
Poland. But yeah, no, like also that hit not to the same severity as the Scott Stevens hit on Lindros, but it's almost the exact same.
Okay.
Except you know what I mean. Except it's not at open ice like the Lindros hit was.
True. I guess if they're gonna call a penalty on the hit, I would have rather or them called it for unnecessary roughness. Because like if it's too hard to hit for not very big of a reason, that fine, that's a penalty. But don't call it as interference when he just passed the puck less than a second before.
Not even a second.
He passed the
puck
and then he hit.
Literally, you could actually see the puck come back. Like literally, the puck was always in frame
during the hit.
And because I kept watching that replay over and over again, I'm like, that's a clean hit, and are you seriously calling that an interference call?
Like, if you're gonna call it, fine, but call it unnecessary roughing. Because it was
shoulder to chest. Like
regardless, Shen did so fucking crunch Slavkovsky.
Welcome to the league, kid.
I mean, it was also cool when because it wasn't obviously that game, but the game prior on Saturday against Arizona, where Shen broke the record for the most amount of hits by an NHL defenseman. Dude, I love Shen.
Yeah, I love Shen Daddy as well.
But let's keep it going. So obviously Cole Caulfield, and then shortly after Nick Suzuki. I think Martin, out of all 4 of the goals that Martin led in the first period, I think Martin wants the Suzuki goal back.
Hold on. How many goals were scored in the first? Was it 3?
It was 4.
It's 4. Okay, good. Because I turned it off after the 4th one went in, and I turned the game back on at the start of the because I get
notifications.
I get notifications.
So do I.
When period starts. So like, okay, I'll turn it on, see what the score is for the start of the third. So I turn it back on. 4-2.
And Delia's in.
Well, I had a feeling Delia was going to go in.
Yeah.
Because I heard that Shorty and Cheech were both talking about, well, you just have to throw Delia in because Martin's obviously rattled.
Yeah, I mean, 9 shots against, 5 saves, 4 goals against for a 9. I wish. For a .556 save percentage for that game.
Yeah, and then.
But then Delia came in and he gave them a chance to win. So obviously, the goals are Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, Sean Monahan, and Michael Peseta, or however the fuck you say it. And then something magical happens in
Connor Garland opens the scoring for the Canucks, and then the floodgates ensued.
Yeah, Connor Garland ends a scoreless drought. Like
and he now has 4 goals.
He looked pissed during that goal.
Well, I don't blame him. He went so long, like versus last year.
He went so long without a goal, and he watched his team give up 4 in short order in that first period. man was playing with something. He was playing the same way Besser played during Arizona,
Yes, and
which we don't see enough of.
we're gonna get into that because I do want to talk about the Arizona game a little bit more. But
But after that, Ilya Mikheyev as well with a beautiful pass from Elias Pettersson.
yes, a beautiful tap in.
Beautiful tap in, but I mean, same thing. Pettersson just snipes it through the legs for
Yeah.
Mikheyev, just perfect.
And then you have Bowie Horvat.
20th of the season. So has Besser has Horvat just turned into the goal scorer that everyone thought Besser was gonna be?
Yes. You know what? I actually had a feeling Horvat was after not last season, but the season before when the year he got captain, 2019, 2020. I had a feeling he was going to turn things around, like actually start putting up numbers.
Because didn't he have like one of his best years?
2019, 2020 was a good year for him.
So
a bad year for him was the 2021 season, but
that was just a bad year
for
all around.
everybody.
But also at the same time, isn't his? I gotta quickly look at Bo Horvat real quick.
Hockey DB.
No, because I want to look at just his stats, not like where are you, Horvat? Okay, so his highest goal scoring season was in 2018-19 with 27 goals in 82 games. 27 and 82. He's at 20 and 23.
Yeah, I know. That's look out, Connor McDavid. Someone's eyeing you down.
I mean, Connor McDavid's not even leading the scoring. It's Jason Robertson.
I know. And you know who is ahead of Matthews in points?
Isn't it Petey?
Yep.
Yes, sir. But then there's Marner. What?
Oh, I'm loving it. I watched the Tampa Leaf game, and that was a back and forth game for a little bit, and then
I mean, with Tampa and Maple Leafs, it usually
is like it felt like a playoff game, which I love playoff games. I love playoff hockey, but except for when the Canucks are in the playoffs, I'm a nervous wreck.
As it should be.
But we can still win a round.
Are you trying to say that just to save your own skin?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna keep getting into it. And then obviously Mikheyev ties it with Pettersson, and somehow Stillman had a 2-point night. He got secondary assist on the Horvat goal and the secondary assist on the Mikheyev goal, second one.
See, actually, I'm not mad with Stillman's play last night.
I am.
No. I mean, from what I remember, I turned it off. From what I've seen, the last period, I was not mad at him. He has spurts where he looks good, and most of the time he looks like a pylon named Cody Ceci. I would rather.
I guess we're so hard on because honestly, Stillman hasn't been any worse than any other Canucks defenseman this year. I think the reason why we're all so hard on him is because we gave up such massive assets to acquire him.
Not just that. Yes and no. Well, personally, I think Kyle Burroughs is the better defenseman.
Oh, he is. But what I'm talking about is the reason why we're so hard is because we gave up Dickinson and a second to acquire Stillman. And for all intents and purposes, Stillman is garbage.
But that tells you can get a second for Stillman. So I read that on Twitter and I was like, yes, do it. But
if anyone gives us a second for Stillman, they're dumber than we were.
Arizona, you like trash, right?
Yes, but they also like trash because they get things out of it. But regardless, and then Jack Studnicka with his second unassisted, just absolutely just blew Montembeault out of the water.
I thought that hit the post. I didn't even think that went in. Because it hit the back bar, back bar and out. But I was like, sorry, no, not the post. I thought it hit the crossbar and out, and I was like, oh, really? They're calling that a goal? And then I watched the replay. I was like, okay, yep, that's a goal.
So not only did
Because it was so fucking fast.
we also scored 5 unanswered goals to not only erase the 4-goal deficit that we gave ourselves, but we passed them. And when I saw that, I was like, what? But then the 5-minute marker of the third period came, and you know how the Canucks go. Can't hold the lead with 5 minutes left.
So I don't blame the Canucks for the tying goal.
I blame them for the go-ahead goal, because that one was just unlucky.
I'm not there yet.
But yes. So for the tying goal, the puck comes out, and
it goes off of their defenseman outside the line
into the Canucks bench.
Boudreau's pointing out where it went because he had front row view of it. The linesmen were going to move it out. Wes McCauley goes, nope, I saw it. It's staying in. They score on that play.
Yep.
And I literally was like, the league is out to get us.
Yeah. Like, in all of Rogers Arena for Canucks side at least, we're like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Habs fans aren't gonna be like,
but we got the last laugh, so that's all that matters.
But that's coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that was Christian Dvorak. Josh Anderson.
No relation.
So, oh yeah. For those wondering, his last name is Anderson. But so Josh Anderson, he doesn't really score. He kind of throws it to the net. Gillian makes a good save.
It goes off of Quinn Hughes' stick and in.
No, it goes off his legs. He's trying to stop.
No, right. His leg and then off his chest because it bounced up and then over.
Yeah, Quinn is trying to stop.
Those are weird fucking goal.
I don't blame Dilly for that one at all.
No, I don't either.
Honestly, Dilly could have had his own little version of a shutout.
Technically, it would have counted as a shutout because
when he came in, he didn't get scored on until
not just that.
Wes McCauley.
Not just that. It was also words to escape because he played most of the game, right? So he would have actually, I believe, he would have been credited with a shutout. I don't know if they changed that rule or not, but I know back in the day that was a thing. So
yeah, because all 4 goals went on Merton.
Now I believe what happened for that, why Montreal's all just hovering in our end like that, is because of the botch goal that Wes McCauley. I like Wes McCauley. I think he's one of the best refs in the league. However, you're not a linesman. Leave that up to the linesman. Personally, how I see it, but I think after that goal, after that goal, you can tell because Montreal came back into our end and just lived in our end. It's unfortunate that
we gave them back life.
That was a bad bounce.
Because after the 5th goal, like for us, we were dominating again. Yep. We had all the momentum. Montreal had none. And then that bad bounce, Montreal has life. But then
the power play.
That
goal.
That was probably the referee's version of just like, yeah, we fucked up. Here you go.
Yeah. No. The way, because that was a trip.
No, it was a blatant trip.
That was a trip, and I yelled at my TV so fucking loud. I was like, "That's a fucking trip."
Yeah, and then it calls for a trip.
And then I'm like, "Thank you." And then
you go 6-on-4. Andrei Kuzmenko, off of JT Miller and Quinn Hughes, and I'm in the store. I'm working.
You're at work, yeah.
I'm at work. We're listening to it on the Alexa. We hear that. I shout, "Let's go!" I scared a couple of my coworkers, and it's not just me in there listening to it.
Yeah, okay.
two other of my coworkers who are mad Canucks fans.
So like you and I.
Yeah.
Have you told them about?
Yeah, I did. And then okay, so eventually overtime gets in.
Yeah.
We're listening to it, and we hear Josh Harrisfeld. They're like, go! All three of us just cheered as loud as we fucking could.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
And PD got his revenge.
He got his revenge on Mr. Matheson.
So for those who don't remember, this was when he was still with the Panthers. And wasn't it his first or was that his second season?
First season.
His first season, Matheson rams PD into the boards and then throws him into the ice.
He choke slams him to the ice.
Yeah. And PD gets up, like his helmet's over his eyes. He's like wobbly.
He's dazed. He was dazed and confused.
Which, you got slammed to the boards and then slammed onto the ice.
You would be dazed and confused too.
And so yeah, a few years later, Matheson slips. PD takes the puck.
5 years later.
PD takes the puck right through 5-hole.
I want to say something to the Hab fan that watches us.
Wait, we have a Hab fan?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Why?
Hab fan. Right?
Why? We're not French. Unless somehow there's a translation of us just in French.
These guys are fucking retarded. Anyway, to the Hab fan that's watching this,
if you're watching this,
that was not a trip. He lost his edge. If you watch the replay in the reverse angle, you would see that he was going down anyway. Yeah. That's why the ref didn't call it. Good goal. Go back to Montreal and get out of my city.
I will say though, yes, it was a good goal. Like it doesn't look, when you look at it from the broadcast angle, it looks
like a trip.
It looks like a trip. But like when you slow it down and look at it from different angles, especially the last angle they showed on the goal, it was very, very clear.
Even Cheech was like, "Oh, that's not a trip."
Yeah, no.
He was going down
He was going down anyway. PD kind of taps him in the chest as he's going down because PD's trying to lift his stick.
Yeah.
But he's going down, so it's just kind of like it looks bad from the broadcast angle, but from other angles, it's like, oh, he's going down anyway. PD gets in, goes 5-hole, and we win.
Exactly. As soon as I saw Montembeault go in the prone position to go into go.
Montembeault was expecting PD to try and go around the side.
Up high. And so right through the wickets, and we win.
I mean, also looking at Spencer when Spencer Martin came off the bench, obviously he gave everyone a hug and stuff. He looked happy, probably because he was like, "I didn't fuck us over."
Oh, easily. Like you know that he was like, the Suzuki, like the first goal that's like, I don't know.
The Suzuki one, I think, is the only one he really wants back, because the rest of them, he just got hung out to dry.
Yeah, like the Suzuki goal, like it literally went off the webbing of his glove and over his shoulder and in. Like,
he normally has that.
If he had his glove hand like this, he's catching it. Instead, it was more downward.
Yeah, and I think if he catches that one, it's a wildly different game.
Yeah.
But I think that one shook him, lost confidence. Canucks in general lost confidence.
Yeah.
But we've already been ranting about that one game for about 25 minutes. Let's get on to the Arizona game, because that one is also important. Surprising. Arizona can be important for some reason.
Mr. Fanboy over here.
I still like Arizona, but it doesn't change the fact that they're kind of a trash fan base. Actually, no. Arizona has some real fucking diehard fans.
Shocking.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing as Buffalo.
Well, Buffalo makes sense.
So is Arizona.
No. Buffalo is a hockey market. Arizona is not a hockey market.
LA is not a hockey market.
Martin.
Sorry, not LA. LA is very much is a hockey market.
It actually is.
I'm talking about Las Vegas. Sorry.
Yeah, no, Vegas makes no sense to me.
And yet they have one of the biggest fan bases in the NHL.
That's because the team was too OP.
You know what my favorite thing is?
Should not have been that OP.
Yeah. So obviously we both watched the Steve Dangle's Dangits.
Yep. If you're a goaltender.
Not only that, but like there was the one where Mark Stone misses a wide open net on Martin during the Canucks 5-1 win over Las Vegas.
I saw that, yeah.
And he's just like, you see, that's the second dangit of that game. The first dangit was wearing glow in the dark jerseys.
Yep.
I had a good.
He's like, I forgive you guys for wearing the gold buckets, but the glow in the dark jerseys, no.
Oh, also, there's another one he did where it's just like Trouba trying to hit Nico Hischier and just missing it, and he just replayed it like 4 different times.
So the next clip, play it again.
Sorry.
I watched it before I came out here. That's how I.
Yeah, sorry. No more.
One more time.
Okay, one more time. It's just a slow motion grayscale.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. But anyway, on to the Canucks versus Coyotes. So that was also an interesting game for a vastly different reason. So Brock Besser was supposed to be scratched.
Yeah.
On a game where
that was important to him
and his family, because it was the Canucks Hockey Fights Cancer. They wear their pink jerseys with the name of who they are playing for.
Yeah.
And on the back of Besser's
was Dookie, which was his
dad,
father, yeah,
who battled ALS and it was cancer, but
I'm not 100% sure what. I think it was ALS.
I know it was ALS, but I'm not gonna.
We're just gonna say ALS.
Yeah, and not only did he have, so of course the Coyotes do their thing. Christian Fischer gets a pretty quick goal on a breakaway. Bo Horvat, well, guess what? Ties.
Exactly.
And then Jacob Chikrin on the power play, because go figure, Canucks can't do shit on the penalty kill. And then period 3 at 11:48, Brock Besser ties it with an absolute beauty of a goal.
Yeah, because if I recall correctly, I have the play in my head. JT Miller skates into the slot. The puck gets knocked off his stick. It goes to Besser. Besser just snipes it. Was it Petey?
It was Petey.
I thought it was Miller.
It was Petey.
Right, you're right. It was Petey.
Yeah. It goes right up to Besser. Besser just snipes the pass from Malka.
Yeah.
Miller had the helper on Besser's.
Yeah.
On Horvat's game-winning goal in overtime.
Yeah, I think that's where the mix-up was. I knew it.
It was somewhere.
I knew that the puck got bounced off someone's stick and it went to Besser, not Petey.
Honestly, that goal probably meant a lot.
It probably did. Also, I'm kind of thinking that Joshua is not injured. I'm thinking because of the backlash that Boudreaux got for scratching Bess on that game. Because you know that game meant a lot to Bess.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just kind of curious, because Canucks do have him listed as day-to-day. Dakota Joshua undisclosed injury day-to-day. He's listed as injured.
I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't.
Yeah, it was a little suspicious.
Something's fishy. Also, back with Bess. Now there's rumors floating around that the Canucks have given permission to
find a trade,
and vice versa through the agent. I want him to go to Minnesota.
Oh, that'd be perfect for him. And unfortunately, it sucks for us.
It would, but I want him to go to Minnesota.
Go home.
Be with his family. He's closer to home.
Whenever Canucks are playing in Minnesota, Besser just seems so much more at peace.
Yeah. Because he's home.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And as much as it would suck, because honestly, I thought Besser could have been an A or even a C one day. I truly did. couple years ago, I truly thought
I thought
Spencer could have been an
I
captain.
thought A for sure. Help. I think the next C is going to be Hughes.
Yeah, either Hughes or Petey.
Yeah.
Third Sedin.
Wait, which Petey?
Third Sedin.
No, which Petey? Because we have two Petey's.
I was gonna say Elias, but then
yeah, exactly.
That's why I said the third Sedin. Actually, no, because the defenseman of Pedersen looks like he's Pedersen as well. It looks so similar.
EP40 to EP42.
We have the Sedin twins, the third Sedin, and the fourth Sedin, who's a defenseman. Oh dear.
No. Sedin to Sedin over to Sundin. That was a fun one. That was a fun year. 2010. Oh, sorry, 09.
Yeah, but okay. So Patterson definitely needs to get an A soon. Quinn Hughes. Do you think Hughes is injured? Or do you think he's just so worried about getting his first goal because he has yet to register a goal this year?
That might be on his mind. I don't think he's injured. I think we're playing him too much.
I can probably look.
He played 30 minutes.
He always plays like so goddamn much.
No, like you're playing half the game, literally. Like he literally after
Hughes played 24 minutes last night.
And against Arizona, he played like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I remember Cheech and Shorty were talking about it on the broadcast, and I was like, "Excuse me,
How much? But Hughes is absolutely being overworked.
I mean, realistically, look at the defense.
Yep, 30 minutes against Arizona.
Look at our defensive core. No.
Yeah, right now in 21 games, he has 23 assists. He's a +2, but no goals.
I don't care if he scores or not. To tell you the truth.
I don't either, but you can't imagine that's probably not weighing on him.
No, I think that's why he tried to walk out in the first period. Because he did walk into the slot and tried to do
yeah. Oh look, Shane Wright got his first career goal against the Habs, no less.
Yes. Oh God. Seriously, against the Habs?
Yeah.
Do you not realize how funny that is? Who had the first overall draft pick?
That's actually so good. I forgot about that. I actually forgot about that. They literally. I can only imagine how happy Shane Wright would have been. Just like, get fucked.
No. He probably doing the fist bumps. He probably skated past their bench, like.
Or just like just skate past their bench, just like.
Yeah, but Slavkovsky's actually been putting up.
So Shane Wright, I'm okay. Now I'm curious.
Slavkovsky.
I'm gonna look at both of them. So Shane Wright has. Where are you? Right there. Shane Wright has 1 assist on the year. Granted, 7 games. This is his 8th game.
Oh, they haven't burned his. Wait, have they burned his early entry level deal yet? See, if I was Seattle, I'd bury him in the minors right now.
You'd think, but they brought him up immediately. He played immediately, and then he wasn't performing because Dave Haxel wouldn't let him play.
Because I think
he's playing like 5 minutes a game.
If I recall, they have 10 games before it kicks into their entry level until you burn their first year of their entry level deal.
Yeah, but so he went down to Coachella Valley for a little bit, but not long. But he kept being healthy scratched and playing like 5 minutes a game. So he finally got a proper chance to play tonight, and he gets a goal. Whereas, let's see, where are you?
Seattle's going to be deadly in a couple of years.
Oh, absolutely. Slavkovsky has 4 goals, 3 assists
Okay.
in 20 games. But again, Slavkovsky's played 20. Wright's playing 7. This is his 8th game on the year.
I want to say that Shane Wright's probably going to play 2 more games this season, and then they're going to bury him.
Probably down in Coachella Valley.
Yeah.
The Firebirds jersey looks fucking sick.
We went over this.
Yes.
And they're actually in a previous episode.
Yeah, like one of our earlier ones.
Yeah, shameless plug.
Always. But from what I've seen, the Coachella Valley Firebirds have actually been pretty good for their season.
Again, I don't pay attention to the AHL.
I barely do. But speaking of AHL, Rathbone and
Pods.
Unfortunate
that they're down there.
Well, the fact that they got kind of like kind of tossed around as if like they didn't really matter, because they kept being healthy scratched. They need to play games.
And that's why they're in Abbotsford.
Now,
personally, what I would be doing, I don't think Hoglander is NHL caliber.
Not yet. Granted, we didn't have a choice when he played his first season, but I do believe he should have spent at least a year and a half to 2 years in the A.
I agree.
I think we actually went. I think before we even started the podcast, I think we definitely have talked about this, just off air.
Yeah, we have. But personally, I think that Pods and Hoglander should be playing in Abbotsford.
Yeah.
Just so that way they can actually grow their game and actually get used to the North American game.
Can we send Stillman down to the AHL?
Oh my God, can we?
Can we send Stillman down to the AHL? I need to play Wolanin, who we did call up. Or
I would rather play Wolanin over fucking. I would rather play some random dude off the street.
I can do it.
I can do it. And Stillman.
I can be your Canucks. I can be your e-bug. I have goalie pads. The better 61. Yeah, he already has a jersey.
Yeah, I already have the 61, so
it's already out. It's a little out of date, and that should be there. But he got
the C stands for my name.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, you just wanted to give yourself a C because you want to feel important. All right.
I've had this jersey since these came out.
I just got this.
I know.
Yeah, it's also
He's catching up to me slowly.
Yeah, it's also like the.
Yeah, it's a high strap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so's mine.
Yeah, it's great.
This one doesn't, but the.
Yeah, so I could technically play hockey with it. I would never because if this anything happens.
Even your blank jersey has a white strap in it too.
No, that's Fanatics. Fanatics don't have white straps. Yeah. That's why they're cheaper. Because you could technically use these to play actual hockey. Because these are made of better material.
Huh.
Regardless.
It's been one hell of a
past 3 days.
Season. This season has just been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
It's a roller coaster, and I'd like to get off now.
I'm throwing up.
But hey, we get to go against the Sharks.
Yay! I'm actually okay with that. Oh, another note. Have you seen San Jose actually play in their Seals jersey?
They look clean.
That
looks clean.
Mint.
Was that also against LA?
No. That was against forgot who they were playing. Buffalo? No.
It wasn't Buffalo because the last time they played Buffalo was at KeyBank. Just taking a quick gander here. Was it against Ottawa?
Was it? Might have been.
No, it was not against Ottawa. Because they had their ways against Ottawa. I'm taking a quick look here right now.
I don't remember who it was.
Sharks.
I'm actually liking their new jerseys.
Just the plain teal.
Yeah, I'm liking it. Even though it is a carbon copy and paste of our jersey. I mean, I'm talking about the stripes.
Okay, but at least it's their colors.
Yes.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be Tampa copying the Leafs.
Fair. But yeah, their jerseys are like they're like the teal jerseys, including their home and away, pretty clean.
They are.
Uh,
I'm just glad I don't have to see that ugly black jersey ever again. That was so boring.
it's yeah. I mean, not only that, they couldn't win. They could never win in that jersey.
That's why I liked it when they wore it when they would play Vancouver. Because I always had it on when Vancouver would go down there.
Okay. Yeah, it was against LA. The Seals jersey, it was against LA.
Okay.
Look at that, I know what I'm talking about. Fuck you.
I didn't question it.
You did.
I'll find out.
Anyway,
oh, Colorado's beautiful.
Oh, absolutely.
Beautiful. I saw the highlights of them playing against Dallas. Beautiful.
Yeah. Has every team won their new reverse retros yet?
I don't know. I don't think Ottawa has.
Granted, Ottawa's. No, wait, Ottawa's I remember actually being pretty good. I already forget what it looks like.
I don't remember what it looks like. Montreal's is.
They played theirs. They played in theirs.
Toronto played theirs. Toronto's looks fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, but it's Toronto. It looks no different than anything else they put out.
Anti-Toronto over here.
No, because Toronto, like the rest of the original six, except for Montreal, went with their original six kind of look. That's why Detroit and Chicago's look so similar, because they both went with their original six style.
Yeah.
And so did Toronto. And
at least it's not a dumb big bear head.
Other than the logo, everything else on that jersey looks nice. And I hate saying that because I hate Boston.
Oh, something I actually want to talk about that's Boston related.
The fact that they're absolutely dominating the entire league.
No.
And they finally got their first loser point of the season.
Yay. No.
Against Vegas? There's a shootout.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, what I want to say is, Jack Edwards, you are a piece of shit. That's your comments about Pat Maroon during the Tampa Bay game. What were you thinking? Do you not know about that?
I have
so no he literally went on a 2-minute rant about Pat Maroon's weight.
He
was fat shaming him live on air.
What the fuck?
Yep. He was fat shaming him live on air.
Really?
Yep. And Pat Maroon actually went back at him, and in a professional way, is like, you know what? I'm going to donate some money to help people with mental health and who are trying to better themselves. Pat Maroon handled it like a champ. Jack Edwards, you're a clown. You're an embarrassment on the league.
Jack Edwards.
I would rather listen to Cassie Campbell than you. I would rather listen to Leah Haxtell than Jack Edwards.
Who is Jack Edwards again? Because I know
he's Buffalo's. I mean, not Buffalo's. He's Boston's commentator. He's the super homer for Boston. Boston can't do no wrong.
Oh, he's the commentator.
Yes.
For a second, I thought that was like the head coach. But I'm like, wait, hold on, that's not the head coach.
No, Jack Edwards is their commentator. He's basically their shorty.
Except Shorty's better.
Except Shorty's not a homer, which I like about Shorty.
Okay. Honestly, that's something I love about Vancouver radio.
We're not homer. Like our
obviously they get very excited. Obviously when the Canucks score and all that.
And they also like to shit on the team.
Yeah. But also they shit on everybody.
Exactly.
Because it's funny, and especially like
we're used to it.
And also like on Sportsnet 650, the amount of they literally are like, so the Canucks are jokes, so send in yours. Like it's
rough.
but yeah, like Canucks Central or at the intermission, like say if Canucks have a really bad loss, Like they've had a few this season. They're literally just like, yeah. So at the end of the game, just send in all your jokes because this team missed one. Honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all like, yeah. Obviously, we're biased towards Canucks, but that doesn't mean
We're fans. We're allowed to be.
But at the same time, we're also allowed to shit on them because
And we do.
Yeah.
Like even outside of this,
we see, even us off air,
we're worse.
We say some things we're not allowed to say on air.
Period. And nobody really tells us what we can and can't say.
But regardless, yeah, the Canucks seem to be better. On the bright side, they haven't forced us to talk about NFL in a little bit.
No, see, they don't know about that.
Oh, is that the one that? No, yeah, it was. Oh, just not people on YouTube.
YouTube doesn't know about us talking about the NFL.
So if anyone's watching on YouTube, go watch episode 12 on Spotify. Because honestly, why do we have better commentary when it comes to football than we do when it comes to hockey?
We literally, because we were talking about the Canucks, going, okay, they suck. Next.
Yeah, it was like the Canucks suck, and then somehow we got on a tangent of football.
No, because then we start talking about how, because that was the week that Toronto ended New Jersey's 13-game win streak.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, like, because I even said, I can see Toronto snapping it.
Yeah.
And you were like, no, that won't happen.
It wouldn't have happened. That's still a bullshit game, and I will say this to the end of time.
The league.
The league was out to get them.
Well, see, when Toronto is in Toronto, when the league office is in Toronto.
Regardless.
Call Toronto.
Regardless, like, yeah, like we were talking about something, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and then we eventually got on the topic of Nathan Rourke for the BC Lions and Tom Brady for the Bucks.
When we're talking about how he wants to play in the CFL.
Probably because it's got a lot fucking easier right now.
And we were like, come to Vancouver and play for the BC Lions.
Because update, Nathan Rourke has already talked to the Vegas Raiders. He talked to the Broncos today, and he's talking to the Chargers on Wednesday.
Yeah, and then we just started talking about Seahawks for a little bit.
And I was trying to talk about the Bills.
And I wasn't having it.
See, I like Buffalo sports.
When are you getting that jersey, by the way?
The Buffalo Head jersey, or the Josh Allen jersey?
I knew I should have worn my Brady.
So if you guys see us wearing NFL jerseys, guess what? We're not talking about hockey.
Check out our new show, No Pigskins Given.
Monday to Fridays on CBS.
No, on CBC.
No, sorry, City.
Ew. I hate City.
But I mean, hey, we could be up there with Law and Order.
Yes, that's the only reason why I watch.
Anyway, I think
we've gone on long enough on this tangent.
All right, but so let's finish it off with. All right, who wins against Seattle? Who wins against San Jose?
Vancouver.
Vancouver. What are you predicting the score is going to be?
Well, if it's anything like last night,
it'll be 12-11.
9-8.
It'll be 12
in overtime for Vancouver.
No, it'll be 12-11 in a shootout for Vancouver. Martin and Delia gets pulled. Bruce Boudreau just sits in front of the net. All right, no. I'm gonna say for Vancouver.
Luongo comes out of retirement and saves the day.
Luongo's supposed to shut out in his first game back after not playing for a while. And then he looks at Patrick Levine and just be like, "This way you should put me in the rafters, bitch."
Exactly. Oh,
the ring. We didn't get to the Ring of Honor.
No, we have not at all.
I'm actually a little surprised and a little disappointed in us.
So am I. Fuck.
But
okay.
When it comes to Vancouver sports, for those who
still haven't talked about Demko.
Who's injured? Wow. Maybe we should write a script.
Right?
Okay,
I've been saying that for a while.
So, okay, real quick, because we were literally just about to try and wrap up, but we're at 50 minutes, 10 minutes to finish this.
Okay.
All right, so Demko.
Out for 6 weeks. Personally, I think Hornqvist caused the injury because if you look at the replay, Demko's all nice and fine when he's in the butterfly.
Makes
However,
two big stops.
However, Hornqvist runs him a little bit. Remember, you're a goaltender. You're in the butterfly. You get tapped a little bit, you can actually do major damage.
Yeah, like and Demko's already had surgery before.
Yeah. So I think Hornqvist tapping into him, it has to be his ACL. That's bold. Or it's a groin.
Honestly though,
I think it's because he was reaching for his hip.
He was reaching for his hip. It was around like the groin, hip, ACL area.
Yes.
And he's out for 6 weeks. What I'm gonna say, this might be good for Demko.
I agree.
Because it gives him a chance to reset. Take a break, and when he's healthy again, he can start practicing. He can start getting his groove back. He can go back with Ian Clark for a little bit. Because even after he's healthy, he's not gonna get thrown in right away.
No. I think they're gonna ease him in practice.
Probably non-contact.
Yeah.
And give him time to reset, and I think he can go back to Demko that he was, and because the amount of pressure he has this season probably did not help.
No.
I mean, but again, the same thing. A lot of goaltenders kind of suck this year. Markstrom has come out and said he sucks right now.
Yeah, I know.
The reigning Vezina winner, Shesterkin, is kind of garbage right now. Andrei Vasilevsky ain't looking that good right now.
Well, I'm going to say this for Bassey, though. When you go on 3 straight cup runs, guess what's going to happen?
Eventually. Yeah, but you know what...
That makes sense, though.
But you know,
excuse me.
But you know what I mean. Like, right now, a lot of goaltenders that are really good aren't really looking like themselves right now.
No, they're not.
Right now, it is 80s hockey, and there's a lot of goals going.
Now, one thing I am going to say, though, and I was absolutely right about, Hellebuck.
Oh, Hellebuck's back.
Oh, Hellebuck is Hellebuck again.
That Stars game pissed me off. So, did you not hear? It was in the Dang It, where Ben runs into Hellebuck. His mask gets shoved off. Yeah, and then Stars score.
That's not a goal. I'm sorry.
That's not a goal.
As soon as the goaltender loses his mask,
it should come off.
Dead play.
Because at the same time, okay, the Hellebuck is on the ground. Yes, it was caused by one of the Jets player, but Hellebuck's on the ground without a mask. If okay, fine, he gets up, but then would they have stopped the play dead? And because he's now up without a mask.
Now Darcy Kemper lost his mask in the Stanley Cup final against Tampa, and Tampa scored, and the goal counted.
Yeah, and okay, fine. The rules say if there's an immediate scoring chance, the goal can be called a goal, but it wasn't an immediate scoring chance. 3 different Stars players had the puck before they scored the goal.
Something just came to mind that we're talking about. No, we're gonna rapid fire real quickly, and then I'm going to dive into this because.
All right, okay, but regardless, kind of over that should not have been a goal. Regardless,
I agree. Should not have been a goal.
Regardless, Winnipeg got the revenge and won in overtime.
Kind of like Vancouver. Okay.
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. So no, I disagree. Lou should be in the Raptors.
I agree. He should still be in the Ring of Honor, but he should also have his number retired.
Now, the reason why I'm going to say Lou in the Raptors: most wins as a Canuck, most shutouts as a Canuck, best save percentage as a Canuck,
best all-time Canuck goalie.
Yes. Why the fuck is that man's number not in the Raptors? No, we're gonna hang him up beside Kurt McLean. You know what? I'm okay with. I agree. I'm okay with it. However, Raptors.
What I'm hoping is they do still do that eventually. Like during the Ring of Honor ceremony, because they did a thing. But the actual official ceremony when they give him his ring, that's next year. What if they pull a little Subaru like, oh yeah, by the way, there's your jersey.
Or, now I've been thinking about this for a number of years. What if they retired McLean and Luongo at the same time?
Because they both 4-1.
Yes. How would you feel if they came out and retired Well, it doesn't have to be the same night like the Sedins were.
Well, but it made sense for the Sedins.
Yeah, it makes sense because they came into the league at the same time. They left the league at the same time.
They're
They're
literally
they're
twins,
going
all
off
that.
at the same time. Now, what if they did McLean's and Luongo?
Could they do that? Because like
I don't know.
you retired the same number twice.
What if you do it on the same day?
Would it be two different jersey banners, or would it be the same?
No, it'd be two different jersey banners because. So you know how Linden and Bure are the, you don't even have it on the wall, the skate and puck.
Yeah.
Hanging up, and then you have the Sedins and
obviously the Orca.
Luongos would be on this. McLean's would be on
the flying skate
on the skate and puck.
Interesting. I don't know if they would. I don't think they would. And you think that's why they're like, no, we can't do that because why would we do Luongos when McLean's isn't even up there? Or do you think it's also because we've actually had quite a bit of backlash for retiring so many jerseys when we have nothing to show for it.
I heard about that, but you know what I say to them? Exactly. I'm sorry, but yes, Vancouver has news flash. We have not won a Stanley Cup.
No, look at that. Neither has like
half the league.
12 other teams in the league.
Well, not quite half the league. Yeah, exactly.
Still a lot of teams.
But Vancouver has a really good history.
Mm-hmm. And we have a
dark history.
Yeah, but we also we have a dark history, but we have a very rich history of good players.
Linden, why can't we honor our good players?
And like people were backlashing
the Sedins.
No, not even the Sedins, but I'm talking about like with Nashville. People were backlashing Nashville for raising a banner for Pekka Rinne. When they're like, you guys don't even have a cup. And they're like, Rinne was the best goaltender in Preds history. Why the fuck would they not do that?
I'm shocked Vokun's not up because Vokun was their goaltender for like since they came into the league pretty much.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So
it makes sense.
Rinne makes sense. Luongo in Florida makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense.
Because his number is retired in Florida.
Yes, it is. Now,
at the same time, I think it's not a thing of his jersey is retired because even though his jersey isn't retired in Vancouver, no one else is wearing one. No one.
No one has worn it since Lou.
And no one will.
No, I agree.
Like Demko, 35.
Yeah.
Markstrom, 25.
Markstrom, his first year as a Canuck, 35.
Mm-hmm. No one's going to wear one.
No.
And if they do, people are going to be like, that's not your number.
That's that man's number.
And then they're going to point to Lou. Or Kirk, depending on what area you're from.
You're either Captain Kirk
or King Lou.
Or
the real King Lou.
Don't ever say that again.
1,000 games in the NHL, King Louie.
I can't believe they fucking honored that goof.
1,000 games is still a milestone.
I know
no
it
matter
is,
how bad or good you are.
What a waste of money.
Oh no, he was an absolute waste of money.
Oh my god, I was a fan of that deal when it went down.
I mean, because again, before the Canucks, Eriksson wasn't a bad player.
No, he was a good goal scorer.
Especially during.
And then he came here and just.
Yep. Regardless. All right. Okay, so we got the Ring of Honor.
Yes.
We got Demko. We got Hellebuck.
Yep. Okay. Now, one thing I want to talk about. The last thing I want to talk about. Yes, one more thing.
I know we're gonna be roughly an hour, and hour-long videos don't do well, but it's entertaining at least.
And not to mention because you haven't seen us for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so you guys got an extra long video. Sucks to be you.
Yeah. God damn it. So the Amin goal that was awarded that was removed.
Was that the one that was against Arizona, right?
Yes.
So Amin gets the goal, what should have been the tying goal.
Yes.
But the net came off.
Due to
Due to one of Coyote's player.
Due to a Coyote, yes.
The ruling as to why it wasn't a goal was because there was no immediate scoring potential when the net came off.
So, when the net was coming off, Amen
shoveled it
shot the puck. Vejmelka made the save, and then Amen pulled the puck and shot it again. Now, from what I understood at the time, it was, to me, it's a good goal.
Yeah, the net was barely off.
There's nothing about in the rules on how much time that you have until you can score the puck in the awning empty net cage. See, as long as it goes in between the two pegs, the two peg holes into the netting, like where the net would be, it's counted as a goal. Due to what happened in Toronto.
With Giordano's goal.
Yes. Now, Giordano's goal, watching it, it was basically the same play.
Yeah, I know there's a Sportsnet column being like, why did the Almond goal not count when the Giordano goal did?
Yes.
And they tried to explain it pretty much in the way I just did. Immediate scoring chance. Whereas with the Almond goal, well, the net was already coming off, Vejmelka made the save. And then Almond got the rebound. So by definition that was not an immediate scoring chance because immediately when the net was coming off, Vejmelka made the save. I'd still like to say that it was a good goal because biased, but
I'm taking bias out of the equation. This could have been Arizona scoring on us. I still think it's a good goal.
I think I'd have to agree. It's a weird one. It's definitely a weird one. Kind of like how during like the Canucks home game versus Vegas, where like the fucking puck hits the camera lens, it goes technically out of bounds. It's weird.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's weird.
That again, that's the first time that's ever happened.
Go Canucks. Setting new records.
Literally,
both good and bad.
Literally bounced off of the puck. No, that was Mark Stone too. That.
Yeah, it bounced off of the camera lens. The camera lens popped off.
And Besser played the camera lens thinking it was a puck.
Because it's a little black round disc object.
Yes.
And then he looked at it and was like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
And then immediately, and because everyone got so distracted with that, the person who had the puck was just like, oh, hey, look. Boop.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the refs actually made a good call.
Yes.
But then we still fucking blew it.
But
I mean, hey, we got our revenge.
We did.
5-1. Get fucked. Also, our jerseys look. Also, our reverse retros look better than your glow in the dark bullshit. Fucking gimmicky ass team. Anyway, I think we've.
You're not wrong.
I think we've done enough for today. So
yeah.
You know our socials.
Tell us what you guys think about the Amen goal. Does it count? Does it not count? Is Toronto bias? Leave your thoughts down in the comments for those of you on YouTube.
And for those of you on Spotify, please listen to the rest of it.
Don't just listen to the first 10 minutes.
Please. But also, I do want to say thank you for making us the top 25 most shared podcast in the world.
Really?
I sent you all the things from our Spotify Wrapped.
Over what?
Snapchat.
Shit, you did too. I totally forgot about that. I was thinking Discord for a minute. Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, we did really well this year. Not gonna lie.
It's also our first.
Regardless, I'm so proud of us.
Season.
25% top shared podcast globally, and
that's nothing to scoff at.
No, 5 people. I have the stats for another thing as well. So we're the top 10 podcasts for 11 of fans, top 5 for 10, and top number 1 for 3 fans. Granted, I think 2 of them are probably us because we give a list. But there's one person that's part of that.
Evan.
I don't know. He's not even part of. He's not really even part of this, even though he said he would be.
I'm gonna say season 2.
Season 2. Yeah, but we also created 4, and this was before we got our last 2 podcasts up, not including this one.
Yeah.
We created 493 minutes of content. That's more than 57% of other creators in the sports category. Obviously not including Sportsnet 650 because they put everything they put on the radio on fucking Spotify.
I noticed.
Jesus. But then again, they're a company. We're us. There's no one else here. It's literally just us.
We have a computer. Sorry, we have a laptop with a webcam, and we have
a mic.
A tiny little shotgun mic that is for my GoPro. Figure that one out. Oh, in the new year, I'm going to be picking up
a new mic?
A new mic and a proper webcam.
Let's go.
Actually, I might be picking up 2 mics.
Oh, one for each of us?
Yes.
Let's go. So, in the new year, podcast is getting better. Or at least looking and sounding nicer, at the very least. Can't promise the content's much better.
We're going to try to script some episodes.
Or at least have proper, bullet points.
Yes. Like what we were doing at the start of everything, and then we just no, let's just go with the flow and see what happens.
It's funnier, but we also lose track like we did earlier. But regardless, yeah, you know our socials. So I'm Aidan.
I'm Chris.
This has been No Pucks Given.
None. See you in the next one.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.